everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is Sadia.
Hey, and I'm Keith. Tame talking on the big bad telephone in English with these tips.
In our last lesson, Lesson 16, you learned how to express your opinion, how to ask about things, and how to accept an invitation.
And you also learned about the verb to think and about inviting someone to join you.
In this lesson, you'll learn how to find the person you're looking for.
This conversation, Zoe, he's on the street and he's on the phone.
And the conversation is between Zoe and his colleague, Tom. Let's listen to the conversation.
Hello, this is Tom.
Good morning. It's Zoe.
Zoe, where are you?
I don't know.
We don't see you.
Yes, and I don't see you. Where are you?
We're in front of Madison Square Garden.
I think I'm somewhere near there.
Okay. What do you see? What buildings, signs, or landmarks?
I see Macy's, the department store, and an Old Navy store. There's an AT&T store.
Oh, I know where you are. Wait there. We'll come to you.
Thank you. And so sorry.
No problem. Don't move.
There you are. Ready?
I am. Sorry about that.
One more time, slowly.
Hello, this is Tom.
Good morning. It's Zoe.
Zoe, where are you?
I don't know.
We don't see you.
Yes, and I don't see you. Where are you?
We're in front of Madison Square Garden.
I think I'm somewhere near there.
Okay. What do you see? What buildings, signs, or landmarks?
I see Macy's, the department store, and an Old Navy store. There's an AT&T store.
Oh, I know where you are. Wait there. We'll come to you.
Thank you. And so sorry.
No problem. Don't move. There you are. Ready?
I am. Sorry about that.
Uh-oh, it seems that Zoe has gotten a little bit lost. This game that Zoe and his colleagues are going to will be held at Madison Square Garden. The group of people, they didn't travel together, so Zoe must find his way to Madison Square Garden, which is sometimes called the Garden, on his own. He has to find his own way. But let's talk more about this Madison Square Garden, which, to be honest, know next to nothing about, even though I walk past it, actually above it, every day.
Well, a lot of people say it's the world's most famous arena.
Yeah, isn't it home to the New York Rangers, the hockey game, right? And Knicks.
Right? They're part of the NBA, which is the Professional Basketball League. And also the WNBA, which is the Women's Basketball League. And they're home to the New York Liberty, the team name.
Okay, I have a question, though.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Park is on Madison Avenue and 26th Street. But Madison Square Garden is, where is it? On 7th Avenue between 31st and 33rd. Blocks and blocks away.
Okay, so Madison Square Garden is not close to Madison Square Park. That's okay. What happened is the garden was originally located at Madison Avenue and 26th Street, but afterwards it moved to where it is now, 7th Avenue between 31st Street and 33rd Street. It's right above Pennsylvania Station, or sometimes we say Penn Station. And that happened in 1968.
Ah, interesting. Doesn't it hold almost 20,000 people?
Yeah, I think so. And of course, it's a place where there's a lot of musical performances and a lot of special events all year.
I know. One day I'll get in there.
We hope so, Sadia. All right, well, let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson.
We.
We.
I and the others in a group that includes me.
We.
We.
At.
At.
Shows presence or happening in, on or near.
At.
At. Building.
Building.
A roof and walled structure made for permanent use.
Building.
Building.
Landmark.
Landmark.
An easily located or easily recognized place.
Landmark.
Landmark.
Big.
Big.
Large, not small.
Big.
Big.
Sign.
Sign.
A display of a message or name.
Sign.
Sign.
Place.
Place.
Location, room, or space.
Place.
Place.
To wait.
To wait.
To stay in place.
To wait.
To wait.
Go.
Go.
To move on a course. To proceed.
Go.
Go. All right, well, let's take a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
The first phrase we'll look at is, hello, this is Tom. Tom answers his cell phone using this phrase, but usually people answer the phone just by saying hello.
Maybe if you're in an office or maybe at home where there's a lot of people that can pick up the phone, you can say, hello, this is Keith. What's next?
Next is, where are you?
Tom asks Zoe, where are you? The two were supposed to have been meeting at that time, but Tom and his colleague didn't see Zoe from where they were standing.
Right, they didn't see him and they were probably wondering why. So, where are you means, what place are you standing in or at right now?
That brings us to our next phrase, and that's, we're in front of Madison Square Garden.
This phrase includes the implied verb located. So it's not said, but it's suggested. They say, we're in front of Madison Square Garden, which means we are located at Madison Square Garden.
Or it can also mean, we are now standing at or in Madison Square Garden.
The next phrase is, what building, signs, or landmarks?
Tom is trying to imagine or understand where Zoe is. He asks Zoe what he sees. Then he says, what buildings, signs, or landmark?
And this phrase also includes an implied verb, a suggested verb. The phrase is short for, what buildings, signs, or landmarks do you see?
What about, I know that place?
I know that place means I know the place you're talking about.
Okay, next we have, please wait there.
This is another easy one. Please wait there means stay where you are.
Or maybe Tom says jokingly, don't move.
What about we'll go to you?
And what's that mean?
The phrase we'll come to you means just that. Tom and Zoe's other colleague will go to the place where Zoe is waiting and pick him up. The focus points of this lesson are the verb to know and
negative statements.
Let's go ahead and start with the verb to know. To know means to be aware of, to understand, or to recognize.
In this dialogue, Zoe first uses it when Tom, his colleague, asks Zoe where he is. Zoe says, I don't know.
This is a negative statement, and we'll talk a little bit more about negative statements in a little bit.
The second time the verb to know appears is after Zoe describes the place where he is standing.
Tom recognizes the landmarks that Zoe mentions, and he says, "Oh, I know where you are." Tom is familiar with Zoe's location. He knows about the places Zoe mentioned. Why don't we review the forms of the verb to know? Start with the singular.
Okay. I know, you know, he or she knows.
Now, plural.
We know, you know, they know. Don't forget about that pesky little annoying S in the third person singular. He or she knows. Let's give some sample sentences that include the verb to know.
I know when your birthday is.
He knows I'm not a fan.
We know how to dance. Let's move on to negative statements.
We've talked about negative statements before, but it's always good to review, right?
Let's do that. You make affirmative statements when you want to say yes, or when you want to agree with someone. Use negative statements when you want to say no, or when you want to disagree with someone or something, or show that something is not true or not correct.
Don't, which is short for do not, is an easy way to negate something.
In the dialogue, Tom asks Zoe, "Where are you?" And Zoe responds by saying, "I don't know."
Zoe does not know where he is. And this statement uses a simple formula.
Subject plus don't plus verb I plus don't plus know. I don't know.
Then Tom says to Zoe, "We don't see you."
We plus don't plus see plus you.
Subject plus don't plus verb plus object.
And in response, Zoe says, "And I don't see you," which I plus don't plus see plus you.
And the formula is subject plus don't plus verb plus object.
Let's go over the forms of don't. For singular, we've got
I don't, you don't, and he or she doesn't.
for plural,
We don't, you don't, and they don't.
and again, watch out for the third person singular. He or she doesn't.
Don't can also be used to make a negative imperative. And what does imperative mean?
An imperative is a command.
When you're telling someone to not do something, a negative command.
So at the end of the dialogue, Tom tells Zoe, "Don't move." And this means stay where you are.
The formula for this is really, really simple. You can make a negative imperative like this. Don't plus simple present tense.
Don't shout.
Or don't run.
Don't sit. You can make your imperatives more polite by adding please, right?
You can say, don't shout. Or if you want to be a little nicer, don't shout, please.
Or please don't shout. Please don't run. Or don't run, please.
Now you know a little bit more about the verb to know.
And you know all about negative statements.
Don't forget it.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Tom.
Good morning. It's Zoe.
So, where are you?
I don't know.
We don't see you.
Yes, and I don't see you. Where are you?
We're in front of Madison Square Garden.
I think I'm somewhere near there.
Okay. What do you see? What buildings, signs, or landmarks?
I see Macy's, the department store, and an Old Navy store. There's an AT&T store.
Oh, I know where you are. Wait there. We'll come to you.
Thank you. And so sorry.
No problem. Don't move.
There you are. Ready?
I am. Sorry about that.